We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for our time here in Muscat, Oman. Very sad to be leaving.
Sad, yes. The St. Regis lived up to expectation for the most part. There's a few things that are kind of weird about it. That bed, most comfortable bed ever, but the bathroom, it looks impressive. There's nowhere to hang a towel anywhere.
Would it have killed them to put a couple towel hooks on the wall? Yeah, there's like 6 towels in there, but nowhere to hang any of them, which is a little weird. But
and there was no desk, which I thought was a little odd. Every other hotel that we've stayed at had like at least a proper desk. This did not.
So we kind of set up on the little makeup table thing, except because we need a power adapter, the hinged lid wouldn't close, so you didn't really have a proper flat surface. Anyways, we made it work. But yeah, those are just a couple of the little quibbles here with this room. We are nitpicking. Overall, this place was comfortable. It was beautiful. And the staff here, pretty much amazing. The service level was as expected.
Yeah. But yeah, Oman is expensive, so if you come, make sure to budget a lot of money. There's no getting around it. But if you do come, this place is amazing. The people are so friendly, and it's just a totally different world, I guess I want to say, because it's not like anything we've ever seen.
Yeah, as far as expensive, that is relative, of course, depends where you're coming here from. Compared to the other Middle Eastern countries, Oman, I believe, is relatively affordable. However, we just came from 8.5 months in Southeast Asia, so by comparison, yeah, nothing here was anywhere near as cheap and or affordable as we've been used to. But having said that, I would definitely come back. We definitely would love to come back to Oman in the winter months when the weather's better and explore more of this country, because it is really beautiful. The people are super friendly and welcoming, and overall there's a lot of cool stuff to do and see here in Oman. So I think that's pretty much that for now. So we are going to be checking out of here shortly in just a few minutes. We got lucky. Our flight out of Muscat International Airport isn't until 1:25 a.m. tomorrow morning, technically. Normally, late checkout would have been 4 p.m., but when we asked and let them know, what time our flight was departing, they were very kind and gave us an 8 p.m. late checkout, so it's about 10 to 8 now, and that's helped immensely because that's 4 hours extra in this comfortable room rather than at the airport.
Yeah, so we took advantage of that and slept for like a good chunk of the afternoon, so we're hoping that will carry us through, because I think it's like, 6 or 7 in the morning before we get to Turkey?
We're going to land at 5:45 in the morning. Yeah, it's about a 5-hour, 20-minute flight, and we're going to be pretty tired in the morning, so we'll see how this goes.
So hopefully it's straightforward and Turkey isn't really hard, and we can just get to our hotel and crash.
So yeah, anyways, that is a wrap for Oman. So come along for us on our travel day to Turkey. We've successfully checked out. Really smooth process. He even joked that, since your flight's so late, do you want to stay a little longer? And almost took him up on that, but at this point it's late in the evening. If we stay much longer, we're going to fall asleep there, and that's not going to end well for anybody. Anyways, we are just heading out. Funny thing with all the hotels here in Muscat that we've run into so far, the ride-hailing taxis, in our case O-Taxi, cannot come onto the property to pick up passengers. They can drop off passengers, but only the hotel's authorized taxis can actually pick up passengers from here. So we actually have to walk out of the hotel and go a couple blocks down the street to the roundabout where we can actually get a taxi pickup from. So that's where we're heading now. We are waiting for our taxi right now and just absolutely sweating buckets. It's 8:15 p.m. It's still 31 Celsius, and with the 90% humidity currently, the feels like temperature is 45 Celsius. I can't remember what exactly that is in Fahrenheit. I'll flash that up on the screen. But it is hot and I'm sweaty. Even our suitcases are like have a layer of condensation on them right now, just since we left the air-conditioned hotel.
Yeah, I think this is the hottest that we've ever experienced at night. The condensation on the suitcases is a new one, because usually it's the cold drinks that get condensation, but our suitcases never have.
So hopefully the taxi won't be much longer.
Oh yeah, you can totally see it.
Can you see the forehead sweat? Assalamualaikum. It is currently 9:52 p.m. on Saturday, July the 5th, and there is our flight there at 1:25, Turkish Airlines 775 to Istanbul. So we've still got a little bit of time before check-in is open.
We like to think that we're pretty organized, and now that we've been traveling for a while, that we kind of have a sense of what we're doing. Yeah, left the hotel without my phone today. Thankfully, I was in the car just turned around, we went back to the hotel and they got it. It's no big deal. I guess the biggest takeaway is that it can happen to anyone. I was distracted when we left and I didn't notice that I didn't have it until, thankfully, in the car, not when we got to the airport. We have lots of time before our flight. We have like 2 hours still before we can even check in, so time was not a factor, just tired.
Just taking a stroll to stretch my legs a little bit as we're sitting here waiting at the airport. The departures level was actually really busy, a lot of people milling around and not too many seats. So we actually came down one level, level 2 I guess this is, in the airport here at Muscat, and it's the food court area. And there's actually a lot of comfortable seating. There's some nice padded benches, like booths, but those are all occupied. But Cory and I have a nice quiet spot in the corner with a little table and some chairs, so it's not that bad, honestly. The thing is, this is the food court floor, and there's only one thing open here right now. So the only thing open right now is a Tim Hortons. If you can believe that, we're halfway around the world from Canada, and this is my only choice for food and drink right now, if I wanted anything.
1 hour later.
So check-in went pretty well for us today, mostly because here in the Muscat airport, there is a separate check-in counter for all the business and first class, which means we didn't have to get in the big long line that was at the regular Turkish Airlines check-in counter. So that was quite handy to have.
Not only that, they also had separate like security
Passport
and
control.
passport control for
Yeah.
the business class. So there was absolutely no lines,
So-
which is a new experience and well worth it.
And hooray for using Aeroplan points to pay for these first class, business class flights, because that just made life way easier today. Anyways, we've got about an hour and a half, 2 hours to kill, so we're gonna go hit up the prime class lounge, which is included with the business class ticket. And yeah, go hang out there for the next little bit. Wow, this place is huge. There's a cinema area, there's games tables like pool tables and other stuff here. This lounge is massive. This lounge is massive. It's like really long up and down this way.
And it's probably like the busiest lounge I've ever been in. The games area for like the kids, it's really active. There's lots of kids and stuff, so we're not going to be able to film it or show you guys. But
We're also sitting quite far away from it because it was a little bit noisy. But yeah, overall, this is pretty comfortable. We've claimed this big couch right now because it was comfier than the other little armchairs. Yay, it's time to board. What time is it? It's late. We're tired.
It's 10 to 1 a.m.
Ooh,
12:50.
Yeah, 12:50 a.m. right now.
This is not quite the business class that we're used to.
First world problems.
Very much so.
Yeah, so this is Turkish Airlines flight TK775. It's an Airbus A321neo, so it's a narrow body, 2 and 2 configuration up front in business class. And it's just the angle flat seats. It's definitely not like the lie flat pods that we've been lucky enough to have up until now. But you know what? It's 5 hours and 20 minutes, and it'll do.
Yeah. Any day in business class is better than a day in economy, so I'm not
Right.
complaining.
Five hours later.
We made it through customs, very smooth, got our bags. This airport is massive.
Yes, it is.
So we just found the place for pickup for taxi. We're using an app called B-Taxi. We prefer apps. It's just so much easier because then you're not negotiating and then you know the price.
Also, we don't have any cash yet because the currency exchanges here in the airport and the ATMs charge just outrageous amounts of fees, so we're gonna wait until we're in the city to deal with that. But yeah, we're really tired. It's currently 7:30 a.m. for our internal body clock, about 6:30 a.m. local time. It's nice and cool here at least, but yeah, we need some sleep, you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of a relief to have some coolness in the air. That's a new one.
All right, guys, it is now the next day. We were just way too wiped out yesterday to do any more filming after we got here to the hotel yesterday morning. Red-eye flights do not agree with us, and we were dead to the world, so we basically slept all day, rested up, ate a little bit, slept some more, went to bed early and slept even more, and now it is 7:30-ish the next day, and we're gonna go take you guys down to breakfast and show you around a little bit. Now, the Moxy Istanbul Taksim Square does not have breakfast included as part of the hotel package, but because I've got Titanium Elite status, if you're Platinum or higher, you do get a welcome gift, which is a choice of 500 Marriott Bonvoy points or a $10 per day food and beverage credit for yourself and a guest, and that food and beverage credit is enough to pay for their little buffet that they do have for their breakfast buffet. So that's what we've opted to do. I'll take you guys down, show you around a little bit there, and then we'll show you the rest of the hotel. This is the entrance to the hotel, and immediately off to the right there is a bit of a lounge space. There's this very funky glass foosball table here. Looks like a cork ball so that it doesn't damage the table. It's a very funky space. Looks like they've got some luggage storage lockers there. And the main reception and bar area, the breakfast area off to the right, This is just more seating over here for breakfast. Some restrooms off the lobby there. And another lounge space over here. This side is the other seating area. And there's also juice and tea and coffee station over there, as well as more seating. And also the bar seating here, as well as a little bit of outdoor seating there. Now off the lobby on this side, there's elevators that way, which leads up to where our room is. But through this door is the gym area. And it's pretty small. There's actually 2 gyms, one on each side of this hallway. And as you can see, it's pretty small. There's yoga mats, balance balls, some free weights there, and one machine there, one of these multi-purpose weight machines. It's really dark in here. Don't know if you guys can see that on the GoPro. Jump across the hall here. And on this side, we've got 2 treadmills, an elliptical, and a stationary bike. And that is pretty much it. And then this is level 6, which is where our room is. And as soon as you get off on each of these floors, there is basically a little, it's an ironing room, I think they technically call it. So let's go in here. So there's an ironing station set up for guests to be able to iron their clothes. There's also some bottled water and other amenities, like there's tea and coffee, instant coffee, sugar, creamers, that sort of stuff, and extra towels, just in case a guest needs it, and they can just come and grab it themselves.
I kind of like the self-serve aspect. They have regular like housekeeping and stuff like that, but if you're needing something like a brand new towel or something, you don't need to ask anybody. You just go and grab it. They also have tons of water. You just grab it at your leisure. It's a nice combo, I think.
And welcome to our room. We are number 624 here, and we got upgraded slightly to a city view room. Originally we had booked with points for a queen bed atrium view room, so we got city view. It's nice and bright in here, so it's not too shabby. It's small, but it's certainly functional, so we'll show you around. Giant mirror right next to the door there, and then we've got a bathroom here, which is small but functional. A toilet with a built-in bidet. Sink, very brightly lit mirror. And the shower there. There's a little sitting area here that we've kind of taken over the floor space for all of our bags. There's no closet here, but they do have some hangers on this structure, this kind of bar structure there, as well as a rack for your bags if you wanted it. There's a big TV. There's this little foldy down table, which we're currently using as our desk, and a queen bed. So there's a safe in the nightstand there, and that's about it. It's small, but it's, as you can see, very brightly lit, and we've got some city views and windows that open so we can get some fresh air.
This hotel has a really cool vibe to it. It reminds us of the Wink Hotel and the Aloft in Bangkok. There's just something about like the smaller hotels that they just have like a really cool space to them, and they've done a lot to like make it really cozy.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the more budget side, budget friendly side for the hotels, and it's a small space, and they know that. But working with what they've got to work with, they do a pretty good job. It's really, very comfortable, very hip and trendy feeling. The space down in the lobby area they've utilized really well, and for the money that we're spending, definitely pretty comfortable space to be for 5 nights.
Yeah, and I would say the location is not perfect because no location is absolutely perfect, but for a tourist, I would say this location is very ideal.
Yeah, you're close to all the major amenities, and it's fairly easy to get around and see all the different sites. So I'd say this is a pretty good spot to be. So anyways, that is gonna be it for this video. We are gonna leave it there for the moment, and stay tuned because we do have lots more activities coming up here in Istanbul. So thanks very much for joining us, you guys, as we traveled here from Oman. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up to give us a like, and make sure you subscribe.
And join us in our next video for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.
We're gonna go for a little wander around the neighborhood here. Our hotel is like a 6-minute walk from Taksim Square, which is the popular, busy area in this neck of Istanbul. And we're just right off the main road there. And yeah, it should be a really short, fairly pleasant walk because the temperature today is beautiful.
It's really nice to have some dry heat. Is what I'm trying to say.
One thing I forgot to mention, the ATM situation here for cash withdrawals is a little bit surprising. When we were at the airport, when we first arrived, we were like, okay, you know what, let's just get some cash, check out the ATMs. Most of the ATMs here want to charge an 8% or more withdrawal fee. In fact, one of the machines at the airport, when I calculated how much it wanted to charge me, was
14.
I think closer to 14%, which is absolutely atrocious. So we did some Googling, and HSBC Bank here in Istanbul has one of the few machines that doesn't take any service fees to use their machine for withdrawal. So because we use Wise, I was able to just walk over here to the HSBC in Taksim Square and do a withdrawal and not pay any additional fees. So just something to keep in mind, you might have to look around for a machine that's got less fees or no fees, because otherwise it can be quite expensive here.